Hey, what's good, YouTube?
Don't worry about this douchebag. Sometimes, yo, man, don't worry about him. That's my brother. I'm gonna stick beside him. That's my brother, but I'm gonna stick beside him.
That's your point guard.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Natty Babs. That's Shabazz. We the Baptiste Bros. It's been forever, five ever. As you can clearly tell, I have a new I'm in a new apartment, new spot. So, firstly, quick shout outs, housekeeping. It's been a minute. It's been
Yes.
a long, long time, but we back.
We're back.
Just in time for the NFL season to kick off. Shabazz, how you feeling, son? It's been a
Feeling
long.
good, man. Feeling good, man. Still got some things going on behind the scenes with the house and stuff, but that's okay. God's timing's the best timing. Uh, Family's good, health's good. 2K come out tomorrow, so we in there. I'm ready to make this bread, ready to make these predictions, ready to have a great season. Whether it be for the show, actual NFL, regardless of what happens, I'm just excited to get back into the motion of things. How you feeling, 90 Babs?
Hey man, you said it. You said it nail on the head. The back and the motion of things. Like when it's summertime, like I'm just getting into baseball, but I'm not like die hard about it. Like I'm not Matt, I'm not Jason or Moosey about the baseball type beat. I do love the UFC, which kept me a lot of like preoccupied for a lot of the summer. But best time of the year is football season, man. Like it literally is the best time of the year. Got a small taste of it last week with the college football, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of games. But now combine that with the greatness of NFL football. Life is good, man. Life is good now. But before we give our humble predictions, we always say this all the time. If you tell us, if you lose, like don't blame us, man. We just two regular schmegular dudes from Brooklyn trying to figure it out, trying to make it. But when you win and you tell us, you tell our division winners, you tell who wins the Super Bowl, and you make those predictions on FanDuel, DraftKings, non-sponsored, by the way, bless us. Bless us with a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. You ready, man? You ready? So what's up? You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Let's
Get
right.
ready. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
you sound like a serious.
oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
All right,
Shabazz.
man. All right, so my picks. Oh shit.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's new because I'm only on my old setup. I had a monitor and I had a laptop, so I could do both at the same time. So I gotta go one at a time and flip back and forth. But it's okay. My predictions for the 2024-2025 NFL season starts with the AFC North. Ravens, of course, you know what I'm saying? Ravens flock, you feel me? Ravens flock, you know the doc, man. Bengals, Browns, Steelers, with the hint of this is going to be Mike Tomlin's first losing season. I am so. If you're a fan from last season or even a watcher from last season, you know my distaste for Russell Wilson and the fact that he's been announced a starter. It's fade. It's already had the agenda. I already had the agenda of fuck the Steelers because I'm a Ravens fan. Now it's double down because Russell Wilson's the quarterback. Come on, that's recipe for my success. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a lot of money betting against the Steelers. You feel me? You feel me? But Browns, I think, is a solid third. I think the Bengals and the Ravens. I think the Ravens are going to dominate the division, and kind of like the Bengals, Browns are still going to cannibalize each other for like trying to get to second place, right? So obviously the Ravens are in the playoffs. We'll see about the rest of them. AFC East, I think the Bills, until you're just saying to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ, applies in this situation. Now, the Bills have, you feel me, have all the things against them. You know what I'm saying? Lack of weapons. The defense is injured. No defense. The defensive minded head coach, Josh Allen turnover, but he's also one of the favorites for MVP every year because he does things that not a lot of people can do. So I think and the fact that he can play the Patriots twice a year, that's 2 easy wins right there. If he can get his shit together and stop turning the ball over, he's gonna have a good season, and he might be the MVP because the narrative is there. Now the Jets, I am bullish on the Jets because one, I am from New York, so I kind of have to. I still live in New York, unlike Natural, who occasionally visits, so I still have to like talk a little bit nice about the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers being there is a difference maker, a difference changer, a culture setter, and I think their defense is going to be more motivated to get Aaron Rodgers and that offense the ball more. So they're going to play extremely better than what they already played as a top 5 unit. Miami. Miami's third because I still don't trust Tua. I still don't trust the fact that they suck against good teams, and they play a lot of good teams this season. So it's not looking well for Miami. Their offense could probably put up points, but their defense sucks still. Even if they got Jalen Ramsey, like they can't stop the run. They can barely stop the pass. So they're gonna be in a lot of shootouts. So we'll see how that goes. And the Patriots, they low key might be 0-17. I ain't gonna lie, they might fucking wrong go 0-17. Or they're gonna get the first pick. They might go get Shador, or they might get Travis Hunter, or not even Shador. They might get Travis Hunter or whoever else. All right. And now the NFC South, AFC West, Chiefs, again, same thing with the Bills. Be the champ, you know what I'm saying? And gotta respect it. They're the Super Bowl champ. Not even just the AFC West champs, they're the Super Bowl champs. So you gotta put respect in that name. I think Chargers with Jim Harbaugh, I think that's gonna make things so much simpler for Justin Herbert, who's actually injured, that he's dealing with a little plantar fasciitis, whatever you say it. Raiders third. I think their defense is gonna be good, and I think whoever's the quarterback, just get Tay out of the rock. That's pretty much it. Pretty simple. And Jacoby Myers. And then the Broncos are gonna be a very competitive fourth place team. They're gonna lose a lot of games because their defense is trash. They don't have Simmons. They only got pass retain. They have no pass rush. But I think Bo Nix is gonna show some flashes of being great. Him and Sean Payton, like this is the quarterback Sean Payton wants. He's gonna mold him in the best image that he can, which is kind of be like a Drew Brees, a mobile Drew Brees. That's what I think. And AFC South, Houston, I'm bullish on Houston because they're all in. They are the only team in Texas who's going all in. I think the Jags are a good second place. Colts third, and the Titans are similar to the Broncos. They're a very competitive fourth place team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans end up making the playoffs because the roster, it does have a lot of veterans on it, but their new head coach was the Bengals OC, who turned the Bungles into the Bengals. Granted, had Joe Burrow, Chase Higgins. That definitely helps. But you have Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, D-Hop, Calvin Ridley, Oneko Okongwu. If Will Levis can do something, hey, it's this time. If he don't, they'll definitely go in the draft next season and address that issue. So, playoff predictions. Chiefs, Ravens, Texans, Bills as the division winners. Chargers, which was definitely a pivoted today. At lunch, I was making this. I was like, oh shit, who's? And then I'm watching Good Morning Football. I'm like, a lot of y'all got the Chargers in there. I'm like, I'm tweaking. Let's go Chargers, then Jets, and then it's either gonna be Miami, Jacksonville, or the Bengals. I'm going with Miami because their offense just can put points on the board like no other. So I think they squeak out in the playoffs and probably wash out in round one again. But that we're not talking about playoff predictions and all that. That's January. But for September 3rd, this is who I got making it to the AFC. What about you, Natty Babs? What you think?
So I like your presentation. It was cool. It was calm. It was calm. We agree on a lot. We disagree on some things. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm working with, man. Let me show you what I'm working with, man. All right. First and foremost, I made my little canvas type beat. So you like the Lombardi on fire type shit. So again, we started with the AFC first. All right. We got firstly, it has like transitions and stuff too. So coming in with the AFC East. All right. Last place Patriots. Easy. No
I gotta
disagreement.
talk before you can even go. I gotta ask, yo, you guys, you just last year you did a presentation with no transition. Now you're doing transition. Like, like, I'm catching up to the PowerPoint game, and you doing a transition game. I'm like, you doing a video in a video. Like,
Bro, I got a
you
lot.
gotta,
I got to
you gotta
elevate.
level up. You gotta level up. I like it. I like it. All right,
All right.
continue.
The Patriots, they have no roster. Matthew Judon was the shining piece on defense. He's gone. Bill Belichick's finally retired. Hey, shout out to the coach, Gerard Mayo. Hopefully he's good, and hopefully he has that same kind of impact that D'Amico Ryans has for Texas. Played for the Patriots, knows the Patriots way, but tries to be his own coach and be his own man. I don't think Drake May's starting. I think Jacoby Brissett's starting, which is a recipe for disaster already. But hey, protect Drake May as long as possible. They know where they're going to be bad, so give them a chance to get weapons and hopefully acquire some assets in the draft of next year. It's going to shock you. I think Buffalo falls off. Not like off the map completely, but all the veterans on defense. Jordan Porter, gone. The corner, Micah Hyde, safety, gone. Von Miller's old. They don't have a receiver. Keon Coleman hopefully can be a star. He has a personality for it, but I don't know if he's going to be that guy yet in year one. Josh Allen is dynamic. He's a double-edged sword. He has a highlight play, and then he have like a what the hell play. He is like the Eli Manning, but way more athletic. Like, oh my God, I believe in Josh Allen. And it's like, Eli, no. Allen, no. So that kind of thing. I just think they take a major step back. I truly believe that the coach Sean McDermott, he's running on eggshells. He's walking on eggshells. If they didn't make the playoffs last year, he was gonna get fired. Like he was gonna get fired. But they rallied, won like 6 straight, and then they made the playoffs and then beat the Steelers and then lost to the Chiefs. So if they have a bad start again and don't have a Josh Allen miracle, I think he gets fired. Because again, defensive-minded coaches, unless you're Mike Tomlin, don't last long. Then I got the Jets. Shout out to me from New York. I gotta be a little bit bullish. Hopefully, again, once Aaron Rodgers only lasted 2 plays, that entire season prediction was washed. Like everyone got like a gimme. I truly believe that defense is going to carry them and win some games. They play a 3rd place schedule. They have Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, joining a roster that literally just needed someone to guide the ship. Automatically, Aaron Rodgers on one leg is better than Zach Wilson will ever be. Period. So there's that. And then I got the Dolphins. I got the Dolphins winning the division. I think, yeah, they were 8-3, just like the Ravens. And once December hit, boom. I haven't taken a deeper dive at their schedule, but get them a home playoff game and see what can shake. But I think they get 11, 12 wins just because no defense can stop Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. Like in September, October, November, get those early wins out the way, get 10 wins by December, and then, hey, you lose in cold weather, hey, it's fine. You're break dancers, but you already have clinched the division and see what happens after that. Then got the AFC North. Steelers, I agree, finished last. I don't believe he finishes with a losing record because Mike Tomlin and 9-8 and above 500 is like synonymous with football. They don't finish below 500 because Mike Tomlin has magic powers. I don't believe in Russell Wilson. I do believe in Justin Fields. I do think halfway through the season they'll do a switch. But there's an old saying that if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have any. Like especially in college football, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. So I think the same thing applies for the AFC North. At least it's the Steelers. They have these 2 quarterbacks. One is young but can be dynamic, and one was dynamic and now it's Russell Wilson. So hopefully, I think they pivot, but they don't have any weapons. They have George Pickens and a fantastic run game. Lean into that. Do not let Russ cook. Protect himself from trying to be a hero, And I also think just let Justin Fields run the triple option, or at least run the double read option, read pass option with George Pickens outside, Najee and Jalen Warren in the backfield. Run the ball, play tough defense, like because you're gonna play tough defense as your Steelers, and run the ball. Win games 13-10. It's fine, but it is what it is. They finished last. Then I got the Cleveland Browns. What's Deshaun Watson gonna do? What is Deshaun Watson going to do? Is he still elite? He's only like 29. Like, that's the crazy part. He's gone through so much highs and lows, and he's only been in the league for like 7 years. Like, is he good? Yes. When he's healthy, is he fantastic? Yes. Is he still hurt? Yeah. So is he healthy? Can he get back to his actual MVP form and make it happen? I genuinely do not know. And the defense, Myles Garrett, JOK, shout out to Notre Dame. They're going to carry them just like the Steelers. The AFC North is full of just like ballers everywhere. But as you mentioned it, they're going to cannibalize each other and see what shakes. The Browns can beat the Bengals, who I have finished in second. Right? So this is like Bengals are second. The Browns, they beat the Browns the Browns beat the Bengals all the time. The Bengals can't beat anybody in the division except the Steelers. And they always lose to the Ravens, who I have finishing first. Like, they lose to the Ravens and the Browns all the time. So if you can't beat two of your opponents, that's 4 games a year. You just don't win. Like, Lamar Jackson's like 7-1 against the Bengals, like, in his entire career. The only team he struggles with, which is ironic, is every team in here struggles with the Steelers, but it can beat everybody else outside of the division, which baffles my mind at how the magic powers of Mike Tomlin. But I think the Ravens, they're on a mission. They got my favorite running back, Derrick Henry, which I'm wearing his jersey on tomorrow's show. I finally got a Ravens jersey, and it's Derrick Henry. I'm wearing it on the show tomorrow. They got him. Yes, the defense might take a step back because your defensive coordinator is now the Seahawks head coach, but it's the Ravens and defense synonymous. They still have Kyle Hamilton. Shout out to Notre Dame. They still have Woquan Smith. They still have guys, Calvin Noy and Marlon Humphrey, and they have guys, and they just drafted a kid from Georgia who's awesome. Bro, when the draft happened, and he went, I was like, yep, boom, click. Oh no, Clemson. I apologize.
Nate Wiggins. Clemson. Yep.
Yeah, Clemson. It's like, oh, yep, the best corner in the draft falls to the Ravens. Perfect match. And just like Kyle Hamilton 2 years ago, Kyle Hamilton, best safety in the draft, falls to the Ravens, and here we go. So I think the Ravens are going to be fine defensively, and Lamar Jackson's out for revenge. I don't know if he's going to win MVP again, but he's out for blood. He's out for. He knows he's close to a Super Bowl. He knew he could have beat them, and I think that loss is going to fuel them going forward.
It would have to take Lamar throwing for 4,000 or 17-0.
He's not winning MVP again. If he does, then it's great. He'll be the new age Peyton Manning, which is crazy to say as a running quarterback, the new age Peyton Manning. But I digress. AFC South, I got the Titans finishing last. Is Will Levis the guy? I don't trust the guy who puts mayonnaise in his coffee. That's just me. But yeah, as you mentioned, they do have veterans everywhere, but it's one of those places like Titans are where Steelers are where quarterbacks go to die. The Titans are where receivers go to die. So Calvin Ridley, I think he's done. D-Hop still has flashes, but it all starts at the quarterback. Is Will Levis the guy? I don't think so. They still have Jeffrey Simmons, and they'll be ugly. And they have if they had Mike Vrabel, I might have said they earn a little bit more respect and more wins because of that aggressiveness and that defensive minded. But they got rid of him for no reason. It is what it is. Colts, I have finishing third. I live in Indianapolis now. A lot of my teacher friends are Colts fans, and I was wearing this sweater today. They're like, "Oh, you're a Saints fan." I'm like, I have my giant Saints flag hanging up in my classroom. Of course, I'm a Saints fan, and obviously they're bitter for 2009. But I digress. Anthony Richardson coming off of shoulder surgery, the same shoulder he injured that he's like his throwing shoulder. Is he 100%? Has he learned his lesson about trying to be a superhero? He's trying to be Cam Newton, the new age Cam Newton. That's not possible. Cam Newton is one of a kind and one of one. You're not him. but you can be a guy who has freakish athleticism like Josh Allen, but also knows how to rein it in. Just be conservative and don't put your body on the line. Michael Pittman's there, JT's there. Hand the ball off and throw it to Michael Pittman and make something happen. Your defense, ugh. Then I have the Jags. Which also leads to the Texans being the number one seed. Not the number one seed, the number one team in the AFC South. The Jags, I almost swapped out when I was making this presentation. I almost swapped Colts and Jags. I was like, I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I don't trust him. I think he's overrated and overhyped. But that division is so bad.
Especially by Nick Wright. Where
The division itself is so bad that it's like I'm not trusting anyone else. And CJ Stroud, the Texans, as you said, they actually went all in. They got so many. Oh my God, Daniil Hunter is going to make that defense so much better. And it was already like decent, but they didn't have a pass rush. Now they have a pass rush with Will Anderson entering his second year, CJ Stroud entering his second year as a quarterback, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, whose first name is actually Nathaniel, if you didn't know that. Yeah, found that on the Pivot, which is interesting. Shout out to the Pivot, man. Pivot podcast, they're awesome. But hey, the Texans are legit, and we'll talk about their playoff record in a second. And last but not least, AFC West. You mentioned it. I should have had the same thing. Me and you are lockstep at the exact same AFC West. For the Chiefs, you can't pick against them until they do. Until proven otherwise, you can't pick against them. The Chargers play a last place schedule. And I think that Justin Herbert yes, he's battling his plantar fasciitis. Fasciitis. That's how you say it. But regardless, though, they'll be better. Offensive line, Joe Alt, Notre Dame, is going to be a 15-year pro, and they're going to run the ball with Gus Edwards and hopefully have some kind of resemblance of an offensive line. And yeah, Raiders, they'll be a fun team to bet on and bet for sometimes. And the Broncos, just make some plays, Bo Nix. So my AFC teams. So these are the four division winners. I have the Dolphins winning the East, the Ravens winning the North, Chiefs winning the West, and the Texans winning the South. And then I have the Bengals making it, the Chargers making it, and the Jets. So no playoffs for Buffalo and no playoffs for Jacksonville. So kind of a Nick Wright vindication, but not really because he loves the Prince. But yeah, I got the Jets, Aaron Rodgers leading the New York Jets to the playoffs. And I have the rest of the playoff, but we're not going to talk about those. But what you thinking so far, Shabazz? What you think?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. See, I was torn between the Bengals. I was torn, and the Bills might definitely take a step back, but I gotta see it to believe it. I'm gonna blindly say it's gonna happen, even if it don't, But on FanDuel, you know what I'm saying? Plus 138 is the odds for the Bills to miss the playoffs. So if you do that, if you rock with Natty Babs, that's definitely a vibe you can do.
Word. Are we going through our playoff as well, or just
I don't
like?
have any playoff.
Oh, well, I do. If you don't mind me sharing just the AFC.
Sure.
So for my AFC, right?
Mhm.
I got the Texans getting a bye.
Okay, Texas will first seed.
One seed. And then I have the Ravens facing the Chargers, Dolphins facing the Bengals, Chiefs facing the Jags. Off rip, who do you think wins these matchups? It's pretty obvious who you think wins, but
I would say Ravens, Chiefs, and actually Miami because it's gonna be at Miami.
okay. So look at you. Boom. So
Okay,
that's our divisional round of Texans hosting the Ravens and then the Chiefs hosting the Dolphins.
Wait, time out. It's not gonna play.
This isn't in order. The Ravens are not the 2 seed. This is just
Okay, so in this scenario though, the Ravens will have to be the lower seed.
Yes, they would be the 3 seed, or at least the 4 seed. Yeah, because I think the Dolphins get so many easy wins because of the Patriots and Bills.
So that's fair. Okay, all right. Ravens, Chiefs, because it's gonna be at Arrowhead. So yeah.
Yep, which leads to AFC Championship game at Arrowhead.
We got revenge.
We get your revenge, and Ravens are my AFC representative for the AFC.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So my NFC. I
I'm excited, son. I'm excited. What you gonna? You're probably gonna break my heart, aren't you?
might. I definitely will break it.
You gonna
All right.
break
NFC North. Lions. It's their time. They are. They got. They were the ones. They were the punchline. They were the saddle Lions. Now they the kings of the pride, man. Packers, solid second place team. A solid second place team. Will Jordan Love. See, the Packers are confusing to me because I feel like they're one of the most talked about teams. Like everyone and their moms is bullish on the Packers, and I am too. But let's reel back expectations a little bit because their defense still is trash. Their offense has the potential to be great, but their defense sucks. Besides Jair Alexander, so let's pump the brakes there. Bears, all right, I'm gonna sound like the biggest hater. And it's okay. It is okay. Because, you know what? Fuck it. I mean, I got Caleb Williams, overrated. I gotta see it to believe it. Nick Wright, legit had him as a top 6 quarterback in his Mahomes Mountain. Shout out to First Things First. I watch it every day. Very entertaining show. But Nick Wright's talking about quarterbacks is something I always skip because he has his bias about him. And we all have our favorites. But to say Caleb Williams is better than Lamar Jackson, fuck everyone else he said. But better than Lamar Jackson, before he even plays it down, a pro football, a regular season where everything matters is lunacy to me. It's crazy to me. So until I see it, I will die on the hill that the Bears are going to be trash until they're not. If they end up being 8 and like not even like 10-7, make the playoffs, and Nick Wright out to making the Super Bowl, I'll shut up. But until then, no. Fuck no. And the Vikings, unfortunately, if JJ was playing, I might have switched. Bears and Vikings. But Justin Jefferson, he got the bag. He's gonna be depressed because Sam Darnold he's gonna be seeing ghosts out there still. And yeah. So hopefully JJ is healthy next season and we can have another conversation. But I do like who did they draft? The defensive player. Not Jared.
Jared first.
Nah, Jared versus on the Rams.
Oh, you're right. I
Who's
know
the
what you're
kid?
talking.
His name is very dominant. I think Dallas Turner. There you go.
Alabama.
Dallas Turner. Yep. He's gonna be great. I'm happy for him. Very bullish on him. But we'll see the vibes. All right. NFC West. Surprisingly, I have the Rams winning the division. I think that offensively, Cooper Kupp is healthy. Puka is gonna continue to ascend. You got Kyron, Domer, and Blake Corum. That's a very that can end up being by the end of the season the best running back group in the league. Legit. And their defense is young, but they are experienced. Now they have obviously the elephant in the room. They don't have Aaron Donald. He retired. God bless him. Great career, Hall of Famer, first ballot. He could sleep and just walk in there the next day. Whatever. However, I still think their defense is going to get carried a little bit. But there's one thing I've began to see. Sean McVay is a hell of a coach, and he got some great weapons with him. So he's going to make the best. He's going to make something shake for sure. 49ers, it's a strong second place team. They're just roster top to bottom. The main reason I didn't have them winning the division, because low key, this was before today, I did not think Trent Williams was going to play a little bit, to be honest with you. But I think the fact that it took so long, the vibes aren't there. The vibes is not vibing right now. It took a while for Ayuk to get paid. It took a while for Trent Williams to get paid. C-Max injured. Ricky Pearsall, first round receiver, got shot. God bless him, praying for him and his health. It's the vibes is not there. C-Mac is one turn ankle away from missing a month. Like, obviously, don't wish it for it to happen. We don't. But the great roster they have is getting old quick. So if they don't get snapping, it's gonna be a long season. Seattle, I have as a strong third place team who has the potential to make the playoffs. Spoiler alert, I don't have them in the playoffs. I think Mike Mike McDonald. He's a terrible loss for the Ravens. He's gonna be a hell of a culture setter. I think the first year for him is gonna be setting the culture for what he wants it to be. Obviously, Pete Carroll, one of the great coaches of all time, but a little old in his ways. Young cat, young thoroughbred coming through, and he's gonna make something shake. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I am so excited for his growth. I think their defense has a lot of young pieces that's going to be even better. Week Woolen, the kid from Illinois, Witherspoon, those two going to be even better. The pass rush is going to be better. Everything, but they just won't have enough to, get to that next step. Because I think Geno Smith is kind of average. So next year, they definitely adjust the quarterback issue, and you make something shake next year. And then Cardinals, it's hard. Cardinals is a hard team to gauge because they got Kyler Murray, who was the first overall pick. They got Marvin Harrison, who should have been the first overall pick. That's the type of talent he was. He's one of the greatest generational prospects at the wide receiver position. I want to say since Julio, since Mike Evans, Odell. Like, it's been a minute since we had someone of this ilk. Right? Obviously, next we're going to have Travis Hunter and all these other cats. But I still think they're building something great in Arizona. I want to see Kyler coming back from injury, having that same speed, having that same arm strength, and just have a full season being healthy. I think they'll be a very competitive fourth place team. NFC East. There's never been a repeat winner in forever. And that trend is not going to end this year either. I have the Eagles winning the division. I think their roster offensively is loaded. Will the funk of Sirianni Hurts clashing, will that cause the vibes to be off again like last season? I don't know. I really don't. I can't say that. But they have a great test on Friday in Brazil and kind of like a hostile environment for both teams. So let's see how it goes from there. They still got AJ, they got Devontae, they got Saquon. Jason Kelsey retired, but the offensive line is still going to be pretty good, especially on the tackles. Hey, man, defense, the Georgia boys got to do something, all right? You got all the Georgia guys and some Toledo corner, whatever. If these guys can do it, and they got a Cooper DeJean from Iowa. Hey, man.
Got yourself a white quarterback.
They got a white cornerback, man. So hopefully they can make something shake and win that division. Cowboys second. I think they're going to win. They're not going to win 12 games. No. I say winning 10 games and, being competitive, high offense. But they really got to make some free agent acquisitions. Like Mike Thomas is out there still. They need another receiver besides CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. Respect to Brandon Cooks. Ferguson is nice. I like him a lot. He won me a lot of games last year in fantasy, so I'm a fan of his. They have no running game. You got Dalvin Cook, old ass, and you got Zeke.
Damn, why not the old ass?
This was 2019. Oh yeah, they got that. They got Zeke and they got Dalvin Cook, but no, it's 2024. Like BFFR. Commanders is gonna be a great team 2 years from now. Dan Quinn's gonna build a culture, and Jaden Daniels is gonna be great off the rip. There's holes on the roster. I think having Austin Eckler in the running back room is not good. In most respect, like obviously there's a professional athlete, so I'm gonna respect him to the utmost. But I'm gonna call a spade. I think he's just not good. I just think he's not good. So, and then the Giants, unfortunately, I'm from New York, so don't ban me, New York. I'm from here. I love my city, but Daniel Jones is not it. So they're going to definitely release him, give me good quarterback. I wish it would be Shador, but they're not going to have no black quarterback, be a giant quarterback. So there you go. The defense, though, will be top 5. I'm very bullish on the Giants defense, but their offense, besides Malik Neighbors and Jalen Hyatt, they have no running game. Their offensive line is solid. to below average, and Daniel Jones is going to commit too many turnovers. Now, NFC South, natural. I'm sorry, your coach got to go until
Good.
until your coach. You've cried about it, you've raged about it. I got the Falcons winning the division, which is your biggest, the biggest gripe to you because you hate Atlanta.
It's a great city. I've been
Great
there.
city, but you hate the team. You hate the Falcons. Yeah, I had them win the division. I'm very bullish on Atlanta because of the shiny new toys, Kirko, and I knock on wood. If he even gets hurt, Michael Penix Jr. Hey, you right there in the wings, ready. Matt Judon and
Pisses me the
Simmons.
fuck off. It pisses me the fuck off.
Matt Judon and Simmons, bro. Who I wanted Simmons to come to Baltimore, and I wanted Judon to come back to Baltimore because he was drafted by the Ravens. That was love of a reunion, but I'm happy that you got Jesse Bates on one side, who is arguably the best safety in the league. And you got Justin Simmons, who's top three. Gotta say it's Jesse Bates, Kyle Hamilton, and then Justin Simmons. So you got top three safeties, and then you got Matt Judon and a bunch of and then AJ Terrell, who just got paid like last week. So that defense is gonna be nice. And the offense, can Kyle Pitts finally can fantasy owners rejoice in Kyle Pitts like actually doing something? The generational tight end prospect, can he finally live up to those expectations? Saints a solid second place, might be third. You can probably switch the Bucks and the Saints because the Bucks got the continuity. But I know I gotta rock the Saints a little bit. Yeah, I rock the Saints a little bit. And then Carolina will be better than last year, but they're still like offensive line needs help. They got Jonathan Brooks from Texas, who I think is going to be okay, but they have no receivers besides Deontay Johnson. Xavier Legette, country boy, he got to show it. And then the defense, it's going to be trash besides J.C. Horn. So, has that. And then, Jesus Christ, sorry. Predictions. Lions, Eagles, Rams, Falcons, 49ers, Packers, and Cowboys. Now, I was this close. Legit. Peek behind the curtain, pre-show, me and Ash was looking at our list, adjusting her. I was this close to having the Cowboys out the playoffs. This close. And putting Seattle in.
Really?
Yes. But I was like, hey, there's no way that the Cowboys will not make the playoffs. Like the NFL, the NFL is rigged. A lot of shit, but there'd be no way that would actually be a plot twist. But there's a definitely scenario where the Cowboys don't make the playoffs, obviously. But you want the Dallas Cowboys to fumble the bag in January, and if this is the seeding right here, 1-7, first matchup would be Eagles Cowboys. Come on, that's like, come on. Like, bro, like that's just heat rock right there. So that's my picks. Those are my NFC playoff predictions. And also with the caveat that then I gets fired mid-season. So
Hey, it's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous to say that. It's not ridiculous to say that at all. All right. So before I give mine, I gotta give a caveat. I gotta put the glasses on for a second. I gotta need y'all look at me in the eyes when I say this. Fan, F-A-N, not Kendrick Lamar's fan. Fan is a root word. You see what I did there? See what I did there? Fan is the root word for fanatic. Okay. And fanatic, colloquially speaking, means insane, irrational, a diehard, all those affiliated words with the word fan. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm about to Google what it means real quick. Fanatic.
like I said, he a fan.
A person filled with excessive and single-minded zeal, especially for an extreme religious or political cause. That's what it means for like an actual definition. But fanatic when it comes to sports, It's the same thing. Excessive, single-minded zeal. So, with that said, we know who's winning the NFC South, man. But we're gonna talk about that first. First, the Panthers. Panthers gonna suck. All right, Panthers gonna suck. They're not gonna suck. I think they'll be better. But trading your future for Bryce Young is gonna prove to be a head scratching decision. That's all I'm gonna say there. The defense, as much as I respected the defense in the past, Brian Burns is now on the Giants, so I don't respect that defense anymore. Then you got the Bucks, old school Bucks logo type shit. I think they lucked up into winning a division. Yes, anybody who won the NFC South last year was going to beat the Eagles.
Yeah,
The Eagles were spiraling out of control. I called it weeks before it happened. I said, "Yeah, the vibes are off." And then what happened? They got smoked by the Bucks. I genuinely believe that anybody who won the division was going to win that playoff game. And then who knows? Make some shake afterwards. But the Bucks, yeah, they retained continuity, but Todd Bowles, it's Baker Mayfield. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying it's the best of a bad situation last year. They lucked up into winning the division. Falcons, I have them in second place, and obviously, bam, the Saints. Look, yes, two things can be true at the same time. Do I want Dennis Allen fired? Absolutely. Do I want the Saints to win the Super Bowl? Absolutely. It's a paradox. You can't have one without the other. If Dennis Allen wins the fucking Super Bowl, he's not getting fired. But I want the Saints to win the Super Bowl. So therefore, I'm stuck with him until the end of the season. The dream scenario is we fucking suck. Obviously, we win week 1 against the Panthers. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Spoiler alert. Got the Saints winning week 1. But we go 1-5, and then we fire him. We bench Carr, then Spencer Rattler comes in, rattles off 8 straight, and we win the fucking South, and we go on a playoff run. But that's hey, relax. Let's get there first. But I think that Derek Carr is feeling the heat. Dennis Allen, we know he's going to be gone soon. Derek Carr hasn't embraced New Orleans as much as he should have. And he's like a guy who casts aspersions and blames to everybody else. Spencer Rattler comes in and is loved by the locker room and loved by the city. And he ingratiates himself in the community. That's going to light a fire under his ass. Because we knew he was going to start over Jameis. As much as I love Jameis Winston, we knew that Derek Carr on a game-by-game basis is better. Now, play-by-play, I'd probably go with Jameis because of the freaky Jameis, oh no, but oh yeah moments. But game-by-game, Derek Carr is better than Jameis. But game-by-game basis, am I going to want to see the new guy, Spencer Rattler? And that's what, that sometimes competition yields innovation. And hopefully, Derek Carr is a 10-year vet. But that's that kind of kick in the ass you might need. This rookie gonna take my job if I'm not locked in with Chris Olave, if I'm not locked in with Rashid Shaheed, if I'm not locked in with Iowa Kamara and my offensive line. As soon as if we start losing games, but Saints gonna win. Saints gonna win the NFC South, even if it's 10-7 or 8-9. Hopefully, I really don't care. We gotta win a division, get a home playoff game, and make some shit. Get invited to the dance. Then got the NFC North. Bam, got the Lions first. Lions winning the division. They have almost all of their home. Out of the 17 games, 15 of them are at a dome.
Oh.
And if out of 14 or 15 of them are in a dome or inside or indoors.
Well, Packers and Bears.
Packers and Bears are the only two I believe that are outside. That's insane. That's genuinely crazy, bro. Jared Goff inside is one of those best quarterbacks of all time. And you have most of your games inside, and you're going to beat up on the Vikings. Yes, you have a first-place schedule. No one's going to be shocked to see you coming. No one's going to be like, oh, here come the Lions. They're frisky. No, the Lions are legit, and they're going to make some noise this season. I then have the Bears finishing second. As much as I hated Caleb Williams in USC, it's not out of jealousy. It was more about envy. I don't mind the painting fingernails. I don't mind the crying at the sidelines. That's being emotional. I'd rather have an emotional quarterback than a stoic one, in my opinion. I want the guy who sees that, he clearly cares about what's going on. I think, did they do Justin Fields dirty? Yes. Is Caleb Williams better than him? Yes. I think that the free agency signings on a defense, trying to get them involved, trying to get a defense involved with the Bears for the first time since like the 2000s, 2010s, like having Montez Sweat, Jalen Johnson, and trying to get those guys some help is going to make some noise. Roma Dunze, shout out to Washington. That's my guy. They got the weapons, they got the quarterback that they've wanted for years. They've gotten everything they need, and now it's time to show up. And they'll play a third place schedule. Literally, week 2 they play the Texans. Up to week 9, I don't think they have a divisional game. Yeah, they don't have a divisional game to like week like 10. So they have like 10 games or 9 games to get those rookie Wall and those soft. They play the Titans week 1, softest opponent. They have a easy schedule to get Caleb. And then like the back half of the schedule is where they play like the Packers twice and the Lions twice. And then so hopefully this builds up that confidence that carries on to deeper stuff. Got the Packers finishing third, and then obviously the Vikings finished last. Vikings, bro, this is bad. It's bad, 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 bad. Not bad enough that Kevin O'Connell's going to get fired because obviously you can't control injuries on your quarterback. But man, like that's just like the disappointment of, damn, you started off bad last year. You upset the Niners on Monday Night Football. You're riding high. Kirk Cousins is balling. Then he gets hurt. Boom. And your season tanks. And then boom, JJ McCarthy, the future, he gets hurt. So it's like, damn, both the guys that you was hoping for to lead you guys to success get hurt. It's like, damn it. Who knows? Jay Jettis did get paid. They still have Jordan Addison. And make some shake. NFC East, I got the Giants finishing last. Sorry, New York. As long as Daniel Jones is employed by the Giants, I'm not going to believe in him. I won't do it. As long as he's employed by the New York Giants, I'm not believing in him. I can't. I simply can't. I can't do it. Malik Neighbors is going to have a good season, a great season, but that's all I really can see for that's the shining star. Everybody else, there's no running game, no offensive line. The defense will be fantastic with Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, there will be insane, and there will win games just strictly based off the defense and Malik Neighbors making a hell of a catch or a hell of a play. But outside of that, there's nothing really hopeful for the New York Giants. And then I have the Commanders finishing second. I think that Jaden Daniels has that RG3 type season, and just like out of nowhere leads them to like a playoff run. Not a playoff run, but like almost a playoff run. I think they finished like 9-8 type beat, 9-8, 10-7. They're almost in the playoffs, but not quite there. But man, this which also leads me to the Cowboys. I think it comes crashing down. I think Mike McCarthy gets fired. They don't even get a chance to redeem themselves from the Packers loss. I think off rip, they lose week 1 against the Browns. Then they lose week 2 against the Saints. And then all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, 0-2. You can't muster up anything. Your quarterback wants $50 million, who's not $50 million worthy. You took forever to pay CD. Micah Parsons is next. Jerry Jones doesn't believe in a cat for some reason. They have a rookie left tackle who just got drafted, who's going to get exposed by Myles Garrett week 1. It's just a whole mess right now. And they don't have a running game. Which, yes, running backs don't matter. When Dak Prescott's one of the best quarterbacks off of play action, what works? Oh, fake handoff, and then you bomb the CD. Yeah, if no one's gonna bite to a fake handoff because you don't have a running back,
niggas, you gotta do a yeah, man.
You can't do the he because no one's gonna believe in the fake. No one's gonna believe in the fake. And also, as you mentioned, no one's been a repeat division an NFC East champion since like 2009, even before then. So I got the Eagles winning the NFC East. Yes, the vibes not be vibing. I will say that the vibes will be vibing, but offensively, they have a talented roster that can go band for band with anybody. Like band for band, receiver, running back, offensive line. Yes, Jason Kelsey, Hall of Famer. He did retire this season. which makes things difficult for sure. But I think Jalen Hurts, this is the year he has to show that 2022 wasn't an aberration. Like this is I have him because I believe in him. I believe in Jalen Hurts. I truly think that he's gonna take that next step and actually show, yeah, I was the best player in the Super Bowl. I outdo Patrick Mahomes, and that's my level. That's what I'm supposed to be. I'm not this guy who starts off 10-1 and falls off a fucking cliff and loses to the fucking Cardinals and Giants on Christmas Day. Like that's not who I am. So hopefully the defense did get fixed. They adjusted. They drafted 2 corners. They tried to get the pass rush going. They couldn't cover to save their lives, and hopefully they can with Cooper DeJean. And they also drafted a cat out of I forgot who.
Terran, I think Terran Arnold, his name was.
Terran Arnold. Yes, thank you. But yeah, so who knows? Who knows? And then the NFC West. Ooh, I wanted to do this so bad. You're gonna be mad at me. Got the Seahawks last. I think the Geno Smith love story and the Geno Smith greatness is gonna fall. I love your coach. I love their coach. Shout out to the Ravens defensive coordinator. But man, that having a new defensive coordinator as a coach isn't gonna make your defense any better. It's truly not. And Geno Smith is gonna just lose you games. Got the Cardinals finishing third by almost making the playoffs, actually. Almost. I'm not saying that Marvin Harrison is a +5 in the win column, but I will say Kyler Murray got back, and then all of a sudden they upset the Eagles, and they're competitive against the Niners, and I think they beat Seattle as well, or almost beat Seattle. It's like they won games because of James Conner. Shout out to him. Trey McBride, a fantastic tight end out of Colorado State. And now they have a healthier Kyler Murray with a fantastic receiver out of Ohio State. Like I think they still need help with the defense. Like Buda Baker is by himself, and that's all they have. But hopefully, again, they can win shootouts. Hey, Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, like I'll take them two just dynamic plays alone. And I think I have a season prop for Marvin Harrison to go over 1,000 yards.
Same.
Who else do they have? Then I got the Niners finishing second, and I have the Rams finishing first. The Niners, somehow, some way, could beat everybody else but Sean McVay. Like the Rams always give them a hard time. And Matthew Stafford's healthy, finally, like fully healthy. Cooper Kupp, fully healthy. They did lose one of the greatest defensive players of our generation, and Aaron Donald, retirement. Hope you have a great retirement, young man or old man. But at this point, he's a young man in the football world type beat. Yeah, have a great retirement, make it happen. But I think that the Rams are good. The Rams are gonna be good. Shout out to Kyron Domer. Shout out to Blake Corum, Michigan. Ugh. But regardless, though, college aside, dynamic running backs, great offensive line, defense is underrated. Yes, they're taking a step back with Aaron Donald missing, but I think after like week 3, they figure out, okay, cool, we got to replace them with somebody. And I think they tried to with Jared Verse and then the other cat from Florida State as well. So Jared Verse and then this other cat, the nose tackle, like they're going to be picking up fast. Like that's why Florida State's so bad, because their defense had stars on them for sure. Here are my playoffs. So my 4 division winners, I have the Saints, I have the Eagles, the Rams, and the Lions. And then, if it's not a shock already, I have the Bears making it, the Niners making it, and also the Packers. So no Cowboys, no Falcons, no Washington. These are my playoff teams for the NFC. I have the Lions getting a bye week because, again, I talked about 14 of their 17 games are indoors, which is a perfect setting for Jared Goff. I have the Lions. I have the Rams facing the Packers, 2-7 matchup. I have the Bears and the Saints in the 4-5, and the Eagles and the Niners in the 3-6. I think I messed it up. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. It'll organize itself out. Regardless, though, Lions face the Niners, Packers face the Saints, Lions face the Saints, and Saints Super Bowl, Saints Ravens Super Bowl. Come on now, Saints gonna win. But obviously, that's just me being a fan. Let's get back to let's get to reality. Let's get to reality. I truly think that the Lions make it to the Super Bowl. Two teams that last year, for all intents and purposes, should have made the Super Bowl last year. They finally get over the hump. Then you have Lamar Jackson leading his team to his first Super Bowl, and Jared Goff leading a second team to the Super Bowl. And I got the Ravens hoisting the Lombardi.
Oh boy, yeah.
I think that everything is leading to this moment, and I've said it before, and I say it again for when the Saints suck. If not now, then when? When? Because again, there's only going to be new pack, new blood, and new good quarterbacks coming in the league. And Lamar Jackson, you are top 5, top 3, arguably top 2. It's the Super Bowl MVP and Patrick Mahomes, and then it's the regular season MVP and you, Lamar. You have to show the world and showcase the world that you deserve to be on the same level as Mahomes. The only thing that you're missing is a Super Bowl ring. Shannon Sharp said you're a Hall of Famer. You have a Hall of Fame talent and a Hall of Fame resume. You're a 2-time MVP, and you're only 27. Like the only person who's 27 who has 2 MVPs and not a Super Bowl ring. Make it happen, Lamar. Make it happen. But that's my playoff prediction, man. That's my. I feel
there's an exacta on FanDuel. You say the Ravens to beat the Lions is plus 6,500. $1 to win 65 cash. So you can do that. And that's not bad. That's not a bad bet. That's not a bad bet. I love it. I think you got some shockers. You got some obviously some, how you say, no-brainers. You're realistically, we don't know. Obviously, that's the good thing about a prediction. Obviously, you put money on this, sure, it's an investment or it's like a whatever. But if you're just talking, you're having a discussion, you're having a dialogue about how you think the season's gonna go. You feel me? Hey, we doing this one for fun, 2 because we really want to talk about sports and talk about football. There's no pressure. So you want to go out on a limb and say, my Saints going to win a chip. Talk your shit, gang. But I will be remiss. I actually have more on my plate, on my slides. So I took it there. I would do a little preview of who's going to win the awards, though.
Oh, I didn't do that. So you beat me there.
So MVP, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, CJ Stroud. One of those 3 will win it. Or Mahomes. Mahomes might fuck around. They might, because they ain't voted him in for a couple of years. Like every other year, he might win it. But my main 3, Burrow, Allen, Stroud. Because they want someone else to be a rival for Mahomes. So they're going to make a rival for him. Offensive rookie Jane Daniels. Again, I'm not bullish on Caleb Williams. I got to see it to believe it. That's a smart pick. But I think I agree with you with the RG3 kind of vibe, that kind of season he's going to have. If that's the case, if he gets them to the playoffs and Caleb don't, definitely a conversation to be had. Bias aside, Nate Wiggins is the best corner in the draft. He will definitely win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, CeeDee Lamb. He got the bag. I think he's going to prove it because he's going to be the only weapon in Dallas. Big market, big name. Depoy. TJ, he only has 1. Does he even have? He has 1, right?
Who?
TJ Watt.
Yes.
But he only has 1. It's crazy. So he might get another one.
I mean, he has a whole bunch of all pros, but
yeah. But Kyle Hamilton, the best. I think is going to transcend and become the best safety. Not even just say the best defensive player, because we're going to use him in a way that you could put him all over the field and he'll make plays whenever. And Sauce Gardner, being in New York, being in that market, especially if the Jets win games, is going to just propel him to a whole nother stratosphere. Because everyone knows he's good. He's the top 5 corner, top 3 corner, actually. I have Patrick Sertan as the best, but you're not going to be wrong if we have Sauce Gardner the best. Comeback player of the year is between Aaron Rodgers and Joe Burrow. Like, come on, let's be for real. And the coach of the year, Dan Campbell, man. The Lions going to win a lot of games. 14 out of 17 out of the dome. So they have the elements on their side. You have the fan base on their side. NFL, they're still, they're saying like you live like you're the hero until you like they see you. The villain. That analogy is the Lions. They are the shine. They are the. They could do no wrong. They are the babies of the NFL of NFL fans. Like, hey, we're gonna protect them. So I think Dan Campbell's coach of the year, and yeah.
So on that Lions point, they only three games are on the road. I want to say it was week. They play the Packers November 3rd on at Green Bay. They play the Bears December 22nd, and then they play the Niners New Year's Eve, the 30th, a night game. Other than that, it's all in domes. So 14 out of 17 games are inside.
All in domes, and I think San Fran's grass. So
that's San Fran's grass and the warm weather. So
that's
you went into the Niners in the NFC title game and ran the ball down their throats. So pause. Word. The last thing we got to talk about, quickest show today, quicker show. We got to talk about top fives. We got to give our top 5 teams heading into week 1. Oof, I didn't know we were doing this until like literally showtime. So Shabazz caught me off guard, but I will give you mine first. My top 5, I think to be the man, you gotta beat the man. So the Chiefs, I gotta give them the number 1 spot. I think again, like Ric Flair said it best, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. They're the defending champs, and until they lose, they're not going 20-0, of course. I'm not delusional, but I have them losing week 1. Spoiler alert. Regardless, though, I think that they're the best team right now. Then I got the Lions. I then got the Ravens. Then the Niners. Because even if I don't have the Niners winning the NFC West, I still think like it's a long season and anything can happen. So I have the Chiefs, Lions, Ravens, Niners, and then the last team I'll go with the Texans, man. I love their roster. I love what they got working on in Houston. So I'm gonna go with those 5.
Okay, I have a similar top 4, just different orders, and a different 5. My top 5. Oh, let me tell me. My top 5 teams headed into week 1. Again, you gotta respect the champs. They number 1. All right, Chiefs number 1, Ravens number 2. 49ers number 3, Lions number 4, and the Rams number 5. I think you can't go wrong with Houston. I was also debating between Eagles and Packers, and I was gonna fuck around and say whoever wins on Friday will be the number 5 team. Hey man, I think just the crop of the league is so good. If you have those like the top 4 we mentioned, as long as they're there, I have no complaints. Really, I can take you seriously. If I love Colin Cowherd, but he has the 49ers as number 6, which is weird to me. I know the vibes aren't there, but come on now.
Going into week 1, this is not like predicting the future. See, like this is fresh off the off season, preseason's over. They have a fantastic roster, fantastic team. Now it is what it is, but I disagree with Colin Cowherd, and he be saying some interesting stuff, but then also he be wildly off.
Yeah. So, but that does it for the 2024 NFL preview show. I love doing this. I'm glad we're doing it again. The season kicking it back. We did our delusional picks. Hopefully, Ravens Saints Super Bowl. That's always a dream. That would be great. Anderson, New Orleans. So that would be great. We'll see.
We'll see.
Tomorrow, quick outline for how I want the show to go for future. We're not going to spend 30 minutes talking about the game and then the spread. We're going to do all at one, like all in one, like prediction with the spread. We're not doing no Google Sheets this year. It's have it on my phone. I have it on your phone. And then from there, because I think it's going to be quicker, going to be more efficient. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. So that's quick notes for you guys if you guys are watching this back. You will see more clips on this year. That will be my personal goal for this year, is to put more clips on YouTube and TikTok, just to exposure leads into expansion. Hopefully, to hit the 1K. That's always the goal as well. Any personal goals for the year for you?
Hey man, you mentioned it. We also trying to get guests on the show. Guests who, if you're a viewer who watches back, you know, yo, these dudes, they seem to know what's going on. If you want to just chop it up with us, we have a Twitch, we have YouTube. If you want to come and join us on the show, and hey, talk about your team and how, like, we already have a few guests in mind. We have a few people who reached out to us on our Instagram and our personal Instagrams, linked in the description below. Hopefully, we can make that happen. But yeah, come on the show. We love guests. We love talking and chopping up about sports. It's as much as I love Shabazz and he's my right hand man. You know, we sometimes align with the same stuff. So it'd be nice to have a different perspective. But yeah, just trying to expand, trying to grow, trying to make us get us 1K finally, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, more videos on TikTok. This off season was crazy. I moved. I got a new job. I'm still teaching, but I got a new job. It's a whole lot of newness. But the thing that I love most is coming to this show, talking football with my best friend Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:30, with Week 1 NFL predictions. We are back. We are ready. We're ready to take the season on. We are both in Survivor leagues. We're gonna give Survivor picks, parlays, and all that good stuff. Hopefully we win. Hopefully, again, I say this before. If you lose, hey, don't blame us, man. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. We two Haitians, man. We're not trying to scam y'all. But when you win, son. When you win, you gotta bless us. You know, you gotta bless us with a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. And Shabazz, close us out, man, with the five S, man.
The five F's, man. So you got faith. Faith number one. You got food. We some fat niggas. Family. We've been digital. Family. Football. And I forgot the fifth. Wait, faith, family, food, football.
It is a V.
Oh, in facts. The 4 F's and a V. Where's the Captain Holt? RRP to the actor that played him. See you guys tomorrow with this. Peace.
Vindicate.